Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, guys, oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on before I set myself on fire. Oh, what is that? Okay, hold on. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I just heard like some amazing news. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't know if I have permission to share. Ooh, I'm going to ask. Oh my God. Okay. I got to ask. I got to ask first because I feel like news like this should be shared with my people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like okay, hold on. Oh my God. I'm live right now. Can I share? Oh, oh my God, you guys. I'm like, right? And I found out right after I, right. I'm so excited. You think. Anyways, so I got the green light. I got the green light to share. My brother just got engaged. He just got engaged to a winner of a woman. Yeah, my God, I'm so happy. You guys, this is amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. he just he just got engaged. He sent me this like dramatic AF video. I was like, what is this? I'm in a rush. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell my sister. Hold on, hold on. She's my sister already. I'm gonna tell her. So, oh my gosh, my mom has been totally telling me to force him to force him to propose to you for months, and I've been considering it. I've been dropping hints here and there. And then, I was actually going to FaceTime him later tonight and be like, "Listen, don't mess this up, okay? you, you better just ask her to marry you." And before I could do that, he sent me the video and I was like, "Oh my God." Ooh. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, I was totally gonna start bullying him and be like, "Listen, don't fuck this up." I'm serious. I was like, "I like her. Don't force me to have to deal with a woman I don't like, because that's gonna suck for you." I was gonna say all this stuff because my mom had been telling me to tell him to propose. Y'all, it's none of my business even. I don't care. You think I care? I've been all up in his medical charts. You think I care what's my business at this point? I don't. Not with that sibling. I'm saying. I'm saying. I stopped caring August 2020. All up in his business. I think he like it though. I think he likes that I'm up in his business, but not too much because I'm busy. Not too much. Okay. All right, guys, let me calm myself down at this point because, it's good and all, but I need to calm myself down. I'm so happy for them. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. Adore her. All right. So, all right, I got all the cards. Let me just pull some from each deck. All right. Here goes. Here goes. All right. Oh, I should show you guys a video too. Oh my God. Do you guys want to see the video? Let me calm down. I'll give you the option. Do you guys want to see the proposal video? Oh my God. It was so adorable. Oh my, and you guys think she's gorgeous because she is. I don't have ugly sisters. Please. 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 I don't have any ugly sisters. I'm saying. My other brother's wife, she's gorgeous too. Okay. You guys want to see it? Okay. I don't know if they're okay with it. I don't care at this point. I'm just going to share it because, we got to celebrate happy things. We got to celebrate happy things. Okay. So I got to turn this on. And I'm not worried because my brother already knows I'm queen of TMI. I'm queen of TMI. He already knows this. So it's nothing new. Yeah, no. I mean, he proposed. He proposed to the girl that I was going to force him to propose to. Because I'm like, you're never going to find another one like this. I'm saying. Like, don't be dumb about it. Oh, you've been very heavy all morning. There's some not so good energies going around. That's why, like, I got this news and I'm like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Totally negated all of the caca. You know what I'm saying? Totally negated all of the caca. All right, so it's sending. It was just some caca energy. I was just like, what is this? It's like shit. This morning, that's how I felt. Like, this is shit energy. I didn't even want to work out. Not gonna lie. I did not want to work out this morning, but still forced myself to. I didn't want to go so much. It took me twice as long to get ready to go to the gym. Mind you, I wear the same shit every day. What is taking so long to get ready to go to the gym? The shit energy. That's what. I had to swim up shit stream. That's what. Okay, you guys, look at this. I don't know if it has audio. If it has audio, I'm going to have to mute it, okay? If it has audio, I'm going to mute it. So just everybody just relax. I'm already too excited for all of us. Everyone can just relax right now. All right. So is it sharing? Oh. First off, oh my God, tell me my sister's not fucking gorgeous. Hello. Hello. Gorgeous. Okay, let's play the video. Oh, luckily. Ah. Oh my God. Oh my, okay, that's enough. Y'all don't need to be all up in my life. Just enough. Just just enough. Just enough. Yeah. Just enough in my life, okay? I was like, "Oh." Okay, let's get started with the reading. Let's go ahead and let's get started, okay? Wasn't that so cute? All right. So, all signs wrapped in good loving is what you deserve. Wrapped in good loving. So I don't know if I was feeling it already or what, but I was just like, I created a live and then I was like, oh, what is this video? And then I looked at it and I was like, and then I real it took me a while to realize what's happening because my everything was muted on my phone and I was like, no way. Isn't she gorgeous? I'm saying. And her personality is bomb too. She's just chilling. She's just chilling. Know what I'm saying? She's just chilling. So perfect package for me. I'm saying. Anything less than that, I can't call you sister. You're gonna have to be stepsister. Because I don't want to deal with bullshit. I'm just saying. And she has zero bullshit. So I love that. I love that. All right, let's get started. So there's something that needs to be changed, right? Um, alchemist. There's some type of stagnation that has been occurring in your space, in your life that needs to be changed. I don't know what it is, but you've just invoked or are about to invoke all of this change. Um, oh my God. Whew. I don't think you're aware of what it is yet. I don't think you're aware yet. You're gonna be though. You're definitely gonna be. And this is gonna create opportunity for you to begin really shifting so much in your life. And it's gonna bring in so much goodness. I think a lot of the stagnation that we have been experiencing has more to do with our refusal to be held accountable for the decisions we're making. If you're just going to continue with the same patterns that you've been in, then you're going to have the same situations, the same outcomes, right? For many of us, we are scared of the unknown. This is a logic that I use to negate some of my fear of the unknown. If I've been happy in what is known in my life thus far, well, then the unknown can't be much worse than what's happening. And there's a high likelihood it's going to be in opposing polarity and positioning to the cockamamie stuff that I've been having to deal with. So what's that tell me? To just go ahead and embrace it. That's what. It tells me to just lose my fear and go ahead and embrace whatever needs to be embraced, go through the process and just, you know, like what it is, yo. What's up? Just ask your soul, what's up, soul? What's up? And then allow soul to show you. I know. I know. I know. What? Wait. Huh? Wait, what? I got to deal with you later, Experian. I got to deal with you later. It's good stuff, but it's confusing stuff. So I got to deal with you later. I can't right now. I'm easily distracted and I can't right now. All right. So, all that stuff that I just said, all of these cards totally just reaffirmed everything I said. So, you've been stuck in a in a place of stagnation, right? You've just been maybe floundering in a pool of gravy. Loco moco. you've been You've been floundering in a pool of gravy, partially set jello, whatever is thick and viscous, making it that much harder to swim, right? So, yeah, that needs to stop. You need to step into a space of creation mode, fertility, creation. And that's what this message is about. This is something that started in spring. It started in spring. Things went upside down sometime in spring. Maybe you made the wrong decision for something. Well, okay. Maybe the decision wasn't wrong. Maybe what happened is you made a decision based on impatience. You made a decision based on lack of faith in your soul, providing you the very thing that you need, like the best case scenario. And so you're going to need to take responsibility for it, right? Meaning you need to acknowledge exactly which decisions so that you don't repeat this again. Whatever it is, you're not going to cleanse yourself of this until you acknowledge which decision it was that led to this space of stagnation. Um, ooh, okay. You can't acknowledge it? Well, soul is calling your ass out right now. Totally serious. Totally serious. Oh, all right. So, resilience in reverse. You had a disbelief in your ability to overcome, in your ability to withstand, in your ability to create opportunities for yourself that are perfect for you, right? So, look at this, right? You let the intrusive thoughts win and you carry it around like a badge of honor. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, Jack. At 21, Black Jack. I got a Jack. Okay, just stop. Stop. These are 3 cycles of completion. 3 groups of 7 lead to 21. And these 3 lessons, 3 life circumstances, 3 situations that you have dealt with and just really let the intrusive thoughts win. Those are the very things that are creating the solid foundation from which to complete all of the BS so that you don't repeat it again. Don't let those intrusive tentacled thoughts win. But look, interlaced with the tentacles, which is usually indicative of something parasitic, there are new leaves. You know what that means? That means you're growing. Even through all the perceived F ups, they're not F ups, they're just part of your lesson. You're still growing. You're still growing. You're looking very hunched over. Just, you know what I'm saying? You're looking very hunched over. And this is telling me that you need to stand up once again, compose or recompose your level of dignity. You know what I'm saying? And carry forward. Drop the heavy load, the burden you carry on your back. And that burden might be something like blaming yourself. It might be something like feeling ashamed that you haven't progressed, feeling ashamed or embarrassed that, you're in a space of struggle or whatever it is that's really weighing so heavily on your heart and your shoulders. Let those boulder bitches go. I'm serious. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm serious. Let those boulder bitches go. Let them roll off you. You know what I'm saying? Um, mm, okay. This ties into a video that I was watching earlier. What video is that? How to properly um dump weight. So, like, say you're doing squats, like heavy squats, and you can't stand back up. They're showing you how to dump the weight, right? Without injuring yourself. And they're also showing you in this short video how to properly spot someone who's doing heavy squats. You don't try and catch the bar. You stick your arms through their armpits and you hug their torso and you lift them up. They don't let go of the bar. You lift them up. That way neither of you get hurt. You lift them up. You carry them by their torso and you lift them up. And then you could help them put the bar back, right? Or if you're having to carry this weight all by yourself, you can't stand back up. That's okay. Stay at the lowest position. That is safe for you. And then as you prepare yourself to let go of the weight, you thrust your hips forward, while pulling the weights back, and then let yourself fall forward. Meaning, even though you think you failed, everything that's happening right now is pushing you forward anyways. All you had to do was let go of the weight. All you had to do was acknowledge that you can't carry that anymore. It is not a failure. Remember, when I use workout stuff, gym stuff as analogies, you have to always remember what is the greatest, most potent path to hypertrophy? Working that muscle group to failure. And then providing it the appropriate building blocks after it has failed so that it can repair itself and grow itself without being forced. You just provide your body what you need, just like your soul provides you with what you need. That process you're in where you're feeling very destroyed, torn up. I mean, really, though, that's how you grow muscle. You create micro tears that then are repaired, causing hypertrophy to occur. You can't delay that, though. You can't delay the providing of the building blocks so that your body can heal itself and experience growth. It has to be within a very short period after you work out, usually immediately after you work out. So when you go through these things and you feel torn up about life, you can't hold off providing yourself the very things that you need to heal yourself. That means no longer denying the people who love you and are capable of loving you in a very, very genuine, deep manner. That means no longer forcibly, oh, that's a good one. Soul says no longer forcibly isolating yourself. Do you do that? Do you isolate yourself because you're embarrassed or because you don't want to negatively impact the people you love? I know quite a few people that I love deeply that do that. They will isolate themselves and not tell anyone anything that's happening because they don't want to inconvenience the people they love. They don't want to spread their drama or whatever their logic is. Oh, look at that. Okay. Girl, girl, what's going on here? What's going on here? What the hell? Okay. I'm getting hot now. All of a sudden, I saw my hair like that. Let me turn off my chicken nugget light, turn on my fan, take off my pump cover. Okay. Let me just, okay. All right. We good. We good. um, I feel too sad to have conversations, and most of the time the people around just invalidate them anyways. Sounds like you're in the wrong environment, Hannah. You know? Sounds like you need to allow yourself the freedom to explore other environments where you can receive the validation you're needing at such a vulnerable time, right? Ooh, Billy, I love this. I learned the same thing. Soul helped me to learn the very same thing. I used to isolate to heal, but I'm learning my next level of healing is embracing vulnerability. Ooh, I love that. I love that so much. So much. The accuracy of that statement, Billy, the accuracy of it. Woo. All right. Harvest Moon fruition in reverse. There's a lot of things that didn't come to fruition. That disappointed you. These things that didn't come to fruition were things that further reaffirmed um reaffirmed all of the like fears, all of the traumas, all of the traumas. Like, oh my God. Guys, guys. Mm. Listen, we all go through things, right? We all go through things during the periods where we think, we believe wholeheartedly that we don't have what it takes to be able to go through it and survive. That's when you go through it. Why? Well, soul is an architect. It designs things with intention. Everything soul does and plans for you is very, very intentional. Very intentional. Not to punish you, but to produce the opportunities of elevated potentiality. That's why, right? If you're going to build a single structure home with regular ceiling and roof, just a very simple structure, you probably won't be needing an architect. But if you're going to build the most beautiful, beautiful space to live in for the rest of your days, with cathedral ceilings, tray ceilings, just the most interesting architectural components, archways, like these are, oh my God, y'all. Don't get me started on what I like. Don't get me started on what I like. Because then you're going to see, like, there's this bougie motherfucker that lives inside me that I have to just be like, sit down, sit on your puffy seat, be quiet. But I mean, if you got some taste like I do, and then I'd be like, girl, you know how many people you can feed with that? Do you really need that? Do you know how many people you could feed with that price? And then that usually wins. And I'm just like, I really don't need that. Ah, anyways, um, all I can think about is cathedral ceilings and the owner's suite. Oh my God. I'm done with the peasantry. So I fucking love Home Depot. Don't get me started. I fucking love Home Depot. Oh my God. Stop. Focus. Please. Please focus. I don't know what I was talking about. I don't know. Oh yes. If you're going to build something that's like what I like, you're going to need an architect, baby boo. You're going to need an architect because chances are you're probably going to need steel beams to hold the weight of what you are wanting. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? I do feel safe in Home Depot as well. I feel like I'm surrounded by my people. I could be like, I'm so not girly in the sense of, if I'm going to go to a store, I don't want to look around in every single aisle. I want to get what I came into the store to get. Granted, I get distracted quite a bit, but I don't want to be there for any longer than I need to be. I'll just in and out, in and out. That's it. But in Home Depot, I want to go through all the aisles. Why are you rushing me? And then I think about all the ways that I could upgrade my power tools. And then I remember, right as I'm feeling very defeated, I actually have a professional builder account with Home Depot. So I should probably leave now before I start listening to the intrusive thoughts that say, just put it on the account. Bitch, keep that balance at zero. Keep that balance at zero. Do not fuck around and find out how much it's going to hurt if you listen to the intrusive thoughts. No new power tools. You ain't got time. But I just want it so badly. I can't go to Home Depot by myself. I don't have enough self regulation skills cultivated to be able to safely do that. I need strong people. Strong people who will be like, bitch, let's go. No, put it down. You don't need that. Let's go. Because I'll fight you. So you got to be strong enough to fight back and defend yourself. And also, most importantly, strong enough to pick me up and carry me out of the store when you're done with me fighting you about needing to buy something I don't need. Home Depot and IKEA, those are the two places. Don't ever take me there. Don't ever take me to those two places because you're not going to like what comes out of me if you tell me no. Boundaries in reverse. You didn't maintain your boundaries. Sometime in spring when everything started to go upside down dizzle, you didn't maintain a boundary. I think it was a test. I don't think it was a failure. I think it was a test. And you selected the option that would give you a refresher course. I'm serious. Would give you a refresher course on what you had previously learned about healthy boundaries and using the word no. Most of you are Piscean, huh? Most of you are Piscean, aren't you? Aren't you? If you are really resonating with this, you probably Piscean. You probably a water sign of some kind. Water in your chart. Yep. Abundance. You're learning this lesson. You're getting through it. The abundance is going to come in. The abundance of support, the abundance of love, all of the different things that you need. Now, see, here's the thing. You see this? You see this? Okay. You see that? Foxes are often portrayed as tricksters, right? The sly fox, the trickster. Okay. There was a trickster in your life, but talk about accountability. Look at this. You hand selected that trickster and you put your hand up their ass and use them as a puppet. Uh-huh. Yep. Look at that. Yep. And you trying to pretend like you didn't know. Boo. Boo. Stop it. You hand selected that trickster to be a spokesperson, a representative, a clone proxy for your self sabotage, for all you. I see your hand up its ass. Yep. You know what that means? Do you know what that means? You fucked around, you found out. We're done with that. Take your hand out, sanitize that shit. Sanitize it. There's boo. Mhm. Mhm. And you are just look at your face. Stone cold. Stone cold. You listen to the fucking squirrel ass mind of yours. The squirrel that lives inside your head was like, pick a trickster. We could use it. Okay. Soul just called your ass out. I'm saying. Soul called you out. Oh shit. Both shoulders. Both left and right. Squirrel ass. Squirrel alert. Squirrel alert. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. And then you're thinking about misbehaving too. You're thinking about becoming rebellious. Look at that. Look at that. You see that raccoon? Y'all know how raccoons behave? They're like cuter, fuzzier versions of my ass. Don't do it. Do not fuck around again and find out some more. Instead, use your energy to find the beautiful things that have resulted in you playing ventriloquist with a fox trickster. I'm saying there's nothing pure about there's nothing pure about the ways in which you leave yourself out in the cold. You know what I mean? There's no purity in that. If you're thinking like, I have to stay out in the cold because my shoes have ice and snow and I don't want to dirty my sanctuary. Oh, there is a mud room. You think Soul would put your sanctuary in a place that experiences snow with no mud room? Please, there's a mud room. Mhm. There's even one of those really cute boot brushes that's, like, shaped like a little porcupine, and then it's super cute, and then its back is like the brush, the bristles, and you just rub your you rub your shoe on it, all directions, just rub the shoe on it like that, and then you're good, just put your boots on a tray, calm the fuck down, go in the sanctuary. There's no need for you to isolate yourself and separate yourself from the people who love you. They're waiting for you in the sanctuary with a party. You fucked up the whole surprise. See what I'm saying? I When it comes to happy shit, I can't keep a secret. Ugh, it was a surprise. There's a party being planned for you. Mhm. There was a party being planned for you. It's supposed to be a surprise. Your soul was about to hand deliver amazing circumstance to you, and everyone you love was going to celebrate. It's not too late. Go into the sanctuary, act surprised. I didn't tell you. Act like I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you nothing. Just go into the sanctuary, go into your space, and then when you see all your loved ones jump out like, "Surprise!" Act like you didn't know. There's no need to, ruin all the hard work they put into surprising you. Your entire spiritual team, the whole team, they're putting a lot of effort into creating an amazing potentiality that you are absolutely going to fall in love with. Your life is about to take a turn, not for the better, but for the greatest. For the greatest. Your life is about to take a turn, right? Right. I don't say things just to say things. It's true. Your life is about to take a turn for some amazing, amazing potential. Extremes in reverse. You don't need to live in a space of extremes anymore. Feast or famine, that's a bullshit cycle to be in. Feast or famine. Like, so my sibling who just got engaged, he has pretty much an entire lifetime of personal training, right? And it's this thing of like, over the years, I have seen some of the people that he has helped to train and completely change their their life. So one person in particular, I spent quite a bit of time with this particular person. When he began training her, um, she would oftentimes have a very unhealthy relationship with food and a very unhealthy relationship with the gym. Excessive cardio, excessive caloric uh deficits, just, it was extreme. And she was obviously very low body fat percentage, which is what she wanted, but the ways in which she wanted, or the ways in which she achieved that, was very unhealthy for her. So he starts to train her and he teaches her how to have a healthy relationship with food and the gym. And, it became this thing of like, oh, I just went shopping for my kids. I know you're not eating all the groceries. She got real like yoked. she ended up competing. It was very beautiful. She's very successful with it. And yeah, she had a phenomenal fit figure, and her relationship with food was absolutely corrected. She began eating the amount of calories that are needed to sustain that type of muscle growth. You can't keep withholding from yourself, thinking that that's how you're going to get to your end goal. It's not. It's not. It's a way for you to punish yourself and to utilize your goals as a method to your madness, a method to really punish yourself for what, though? What are you punishing yourself for? And I think that's going to give you a very solid idea of why you do what you do. It's probably a trauma from childhood. Most of the reasons we treat ourselves poorly is because of programming from childhood. It's time to let that go because you're not a child anymore. Let go of your, it's almost like efforts to stay in that space of trauma. As long as you hold on to that trauma, you're going to stay in that space of trauma and re traumatize yourself over and over and over again. Right? Because if you look at your patterns, that's probably what you've been doing. I know that's what I was doing for quite some time. Right? So, what I ended up having to do was let go of those traumas, not forget them, but let go of my death grip. I had a death grip on my traumas, which kept me locked in that space of trauma for so long. When I finally let go of my death grip and just set it down, it's like, okay, it's still there, but it's not so prominent. And because it's not so prominent and I'm not feeling the pain and the cramping of holding on to something that life keeps trying to get me to let go of, I didn't feel the pain that kept me holding on to that old pain. And then that gave me the opportunity to begin considering at first how I would move forward from it. Right? You don't have to do everything in your process immediately. Sometimes you will need a couple cycles of consideration. Sometimes your consideration will be, those cycles will be quantified by hours, days, weeks, months, years. You have to really balance your expectation with the reality of what you need to do in the process you're in. Okay. Wrapped in good loving is what you deserve. It doesn't matter what you believe you deserve. You heard me right. You see, there are some people who have this perception that they think they deserve more than what they're being given. And for people who had no problem reaching that and who have lived that way for so long, there tends to be a high likelihood that those are people who actually exist in a very entitled way. Oh, I got to share this with you guys. Talk about entitled and talk about asshole-ish. So there was this comment on a post on Instagram, and they started their comment because I was speaking lightly about spiritual warfare. And I only have X amount of minutes, so I'm not going to go super deep into it. And this person comments, "You said nothing deep at all. This is very vague, surface level. Correro. Can you go deeper?" Well, you're fucking rude. You want more from me, but before you ask for more, which I'm more than happy to give more information. But before you ask for more, first you want to insult me? And so I said, and then I went to their profile and I looked, and it was something about like, where is it? If you don't know, I can guide you. That's presumptuous. That's very presumptuous. And then so I was like, might want to get in control of that ego. It's making you some type of way. It's making you look some type of way. Your request is denied. At which point they said, your defenses are so high, you assume ego. Very interesting. You proved my observation correct. And then they put an entire something in Maori, right? First off, not everyone's Maori. Not everyone speaks that. So that further solidifies first your entitledness, and secondly, your belief that you are right and everyone else has to be on the same page as you. Motherfucker, you're reading a kindergarten book, okay? Because civilized people who are highly intelligent and balanced in their ego don't need to prove shit to anyone. You hold symposium with people. You have conversations, you ask questions and are open to receiving. And then you share yours, knowing they are also open to receiving. A symposium, right? So I said, actually, you're rude as fuck and oblivious to how rude you are. You seem to have an assumption people need to accept your condescending nature and then create some gaslighting situation to project your own insecurities upon others. Maybe the issue is not many people call you out enough. You're now going to be banned because I'm not wasting my time or exposing anyone else to your toxicity. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. This is about exerting boundaries, knowing that you don't have to tolerate disrespect and exiting out of the spaces, excusing yourself from the conversations, more like interactions, not conversations, that are toxic and a waste of your time. This is not about me being defensive. I know when I'm being defensive. This is about me recognizing, no, motherfucker, you're not going to treat me like that. You're not going to start a conversation with me by first degrading me in some way. You're not interested in hearing more. Because people who are interested in hearing more, they don't insult you first before they demand you give them more. Right? So now think of everything I've said about that. How does that apply to your situation? Have you been going out of your way to prove your worth, your value, your intelligence to someone who, now hearing everything that I've said, you're realizing, ooh, why am I going out of my way to prove that I have value to someone who's incapable of seeing my value? Maybe part of the reason you're not wrapped in that good loving is because you've been so preoccupied in wrapping yourself with the toxicity of others, right? Once upon a time when I still hadn't learned how to properly love myself, how to properly regard myself, I would allow people to be disrespectful towards me. And I would tell myself some bullshit excuse of not everyone is aware of the way they behave. Maybe they just need to be in my presence more so they don't feel like it's a competition. They could just relax. No, it is not your job to heal every toxic motherfucker you come across. And let me say that again. It is not your job to heal every toxic motherfucker you come across. And you know what I learned about myself? I used to tell myself that and believe it wholeheartedly because I wanted people projects. Why? Because I think I'm some messianic level of existence. No, I'm not a messiah. Y'all crucified him the last time he was here. Fuck that shit. I'm not a messiah. I'm not interested in saving anyone. What I'm interested in is helping you to see the process you're in so that you can make better decisions for yourself after I walk away. Because it's your life, it's your journey. You're responsible for yourself. I'm not going to take ownership of your journey. That's for you. That's your gift from soul. So what I learned was I used to do that a lot. I used to find people projects because then I could intellectualize my excuse for not having time for myself. I can intellectualize my reasoning for allowing other people to treat me like shit because guess what? I felt like I was shit. Not no more. Not no more. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. No. No. If I'm going to be shit, I'm going to be the shit. The kind of fertilizer that you would pay top dollar for because you know you're getting quality nutrition for your fruit trees because those fruit trees are going to sustain you. They're going to provide you with a sustenance. They're going to provide you with shelter from inclement weather. Like, no, I'm done with all of that caca I used to tell myself about how I need to act, the role, the character that I had to play to carry some type of value in people's eyes. Do you know what happened during that period? I gave people permission to treat me like shit. So they all took turns. Do I blame them? No. They did what I invited them to do. Am I angry about it? I'm passionate in my recalling, but am I angry? No, because I needed to learn these things about myself, not about other people, but about myself. The ways in which I need to hold myself accountable for co creating the situations I did not enjoy. I was not being punished by life. I was being guided to see with clarity the ways in which my decisions were leading to effects that I did not like. I learned that. I didn't repeat it. I didn't repeat it. Now, I still help people. Absolutely. That's who I am. I'm a lover. I'm a helper. I'm someone who loves to empower others. But I don't take on people projects. I help those that my heart tells me, like, you can't walk away from this without first helping. You will hurt and obsess over the fact that you did not help. So you got to help to a reasonable degree, and then you can carry forward. But I'm not going to be a bleeding heart for just anybody anymore. Only for what I discern to be a genuine need, right? A genuine need. And you have to learn. When you are a genuine person, you deserve other genuine people. How do you stop yourself from trying to prove your worth to your family? I try so hard to remind myself it's such a waste of time, but God, it's like a subconscious need. When you start taking care of yourself and loving yourself in the way you deserve and are capable of doing in that moment, because that will change. How much you're capable of loving yourself will change over time. But when you start, you will then find yourself beginning to be introduced to, beginning to cross paths with people just like you, people who you can feel their genuine, authentic nature and that they are beautiful. They are reflections of the most beautiful parts of you. But right now they're hurting too. Those are people you need to begin communicating with, sharing your experiences with. I'm not talking about people who are reflecting the toxic parts of you, right? The parts of you that are hurt and want to hurt others. No, 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 not that part of you. Not that part of you. Okay. That's how you start. It has to start somewhere. There's no clearly defined protocol that you can follow that will apply to everyone. But if you start, you will continue to progress until you find yourself completely removed from the mindset that allows you to continue those same cycles. Like for me, it took quite a few different cycles of people being extremely malignant, like full on demonic ass behavior. Before I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done with it. Like I'm just done with it. You know? It's not me being defeated. It's me no longer wanting or being able to continue with the same cycles with the same type of people, right? So for me, in order to change the dynamic I have with my family, not my immediate family, husband and children, but my family like siblings, I had to be completely removed from that for several years. And the reason I had to be completely removed from that for several years is because I have a depth of loyalty and obligatory existence that were they still a part of my life, I would not be able to reclaim who I am. The me that existed before I was programmed to hate myself for one reason or another. Because I'm difficult to command as a child. Like, you can't tell me what the fuck to do. If it doesn't resonate with my integrity, my sense of self, my sense of justice, I'm not going to comply. You can't just dictate shit to me. You can't like treat me poorly and expect me to just be okay with it. I will wild the fuck out. Right? I will wild the fuck out. I don't start shit with people. Never, 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 never. I don't start shit with people. But if you start the right type of shit with me, I will wild the fuck out. That's what you get. Absolutely. Someone's going to be like, oh my God, that's so petty. That's so childish. No, it's not. No, it's not. You know why? Because I'm the type of person that's kept taking and taking and taking caca from other people. By the time I wild out, you abso-fucking-lutely went out of your way to deserve the reaction that you got from me. That is me asserting my boundaries in a way that you can no longer ignore. So that's what you get. Because I'm patient as fuck with people. I am patient like a motherfucker. Oh my God. You know, the stupid ass stalker who I don't hate anyone, but I do hate you. Fuck you. Anyways, I do. Genuinely, I hate you. Um, I was able to just like, you know, ride neutral for like, I don't know, 3, 4 years. This motherfucker's been threatening to murder me for like how many years now? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And I've just been like, oh, whatever, just crazy, whatever. You know, I didn't do anything to you, whatever. Now I'm like, let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. I don't give a fuck. It's what you deserve. I don't care. I'm going to be embarrassed for being a human being, for finally having some standards and enforcing them. No, you shouldn't be embarrassed. So long as you allow that caca, you will not have the time, the energy, or the space to allow the good people to wrap you in love. These days, because I went through a period where it was just like, yep, amen, goddess code. Amen. Amen. This right here, absolutely. We rebuke you, Swiss cheese Satan. We rebuke you. And, you know, I had to process that because I didn't allow myself to feel anything for several years. So, yes, it did make me go through a dark space within myself where it was like, how could I betray myself like this? How could I allow this to continue for so long? Right. And as soon as I began processing and realigning myself, not avoiding, I then was able to shift back into a space of my primary focus is the beautiful space we have here as a community. It's a beautiful space. It's beautiful. It heals me. It makes me feel whole. This is a space where it's like there could be some really effed off weird stuff happening in the day, and I'm totally like, you know, I should go live. I should go live and I should just have some fun with my folks. Y'all are my folks. You don't want to be my folks? I don't care. You're my folks. You're my folks, and that's that. Right? Yeah. There could be things that are weighing so super heavy, and I'm kind of just like, y'all be so helpful that I can go ahead and publicly acknowledge the weight that's been placed on my shoulder. And you guys, your presence would totally communicate to my soul, girl, you got some shit on your shoulder. Put that down. And I'm like, oh, ugh, let me put it down. Oh my God, I didn't realize I hadn't put it down yet. How fucking powerful is that? Would I be able to do that if I didn't consciously choose to go through the process to shift my focus back to what is beautiful in my life? Right? I mean, y'all are pimptastic. I'm just saying. Not to glorify pimps, but NorCal. NorCal lingo. Yada da mean. Yada da mean. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, just tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Beginnings in reverse. You got to finish this out first. You absolutely need to finish this out first. And then you can go ahead and go to the different spaces within your journey that you actually need to be at already. These spaces where you can accept healthy love, right? Healthy love. If I could get a show of hands or comments, how long have you been part of my life? I'm very, very curious. It doesn't matter if you just found me yesterday. It doesn't matter. I want to know how long, if you feel comfortable sharing. How long? Please enlighten me. How long? Because however long you have been part of my life, thank you, Nancy. Wow, you've been around for a long time. So we have, oh, you know what? Hold on. Wait, so slow down, slow down. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here, I'll show you guys. Oh, wait, I was just being a little too impatient. Aw, let's put the chat overlay. There we go. 2017. Oh, can we scroll it back? Dang it. So if you commented, comment again. Comment again so that we can see. See? Woo. For some of you, you've been witnessing and receiving healthy love for quite some time. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Loving this. Loving this. I'm loving this. This is how long we've been loving each other. Platonic love. Don't slide in my inbox. Platonic love, okay? Don't get no ideas. I'm just saying. This is how long we've been loving each other. Even if you've never commented. Do you think I can't feel you? You think I can't feel the resonance? This is how long we have been very healthily loving each other without violating each other's boundaries. This is how long. Oh, this guy right here. This one right here. Oh, 24 years. Yes. Yes. 24 years. So you have some idea of what healthy love feels like. It doesn't tear you down. it causes you to question the unsavory things. I know, Frey's just showing off. Don't mind him, guys. Don't mind him. Don't mind him. Don't mind him. If it helps you guys to feel better, please know this man has been chasing after me for quite a few lifetimes. This is the first one where he actually put a ring on it. Okay, like really though, I've been chasing after him. And let's keep it real. I don't want to lie to you guys. That's not healthy love. That's not healthy love. I've been obsessed with this man for quite a few lifetimes. I've gotten him killed quite a few times. Poor guy. Poor guy. But you know what healthy love feels like at this point, right? You know what healthy love feels like. You feel it from me. I feel it from you. It's an equal exchange. It's reciprocal. And no, I don't like everybody. Not everyone I come across I like. This community, all of y'all, I more than like you. Stop it. Get real, bitch. I love you. Stop. I love you. Come on now. Come on now. Right? So, do you have to agree with me? No. Do you have to like everything I do? No. Do we have to see life in the same way? No. Do we need to have the same history, same desires for the future? No. We simply have to support, uphold, protect each other's dignified existence. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's healthy love, no expectations. And how many of you have gone away for a short period? Maybe you're going through something. Maybe I wasn't resonating. I triggered you in some way. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm poorly behaved raccoon. You know this with a squirrel brain. You know this. But you went away and then you came back when you were ready to hear more. Was that ever held against you? No. Oh, you're free, baby boo. You're free. It's your life. You go where you feel you need to be. And then when we need to, we reconnect. You come back. I'm like, hey, where have you been? I've missed you. I don't go and like, hey, how come you haven't been on live streams? No, your life deserves privacy. You deserve to have your decisions respected and not questioned just because, what, I miss you? No, I'm going to be okay. Just, say hi every once in a while. I do think of people who, they comment a lot and I develop some type of bond to their energy like, "Oh my god, I love you. You're here." And then you're gone for a bit and I'm like, "Oh, I hope you're not mad at me, but I'm sure you're doing what you need to do and you're where you're at and being supported and loved in the ways you need in that moment." And if it's appropriate for you, eventually you'll find your way back and I will welcome you back because that's healthy love. That's what you deserve. That's healthy platonic love. That's what you deserve. You deserve to not have your decisions be something that you're made to feel guilty for. You don't need that. That's not healthy love. That's ownership. Have you guys ever felt like I insisted that you prove your loyalty to me? Have you ever felt that you had to? You didn't want to support, you didn't want to this, you didn't want to that, but you had to because I'm going to be mad if you don't. Because I told you you have to. It's very unhealthy love. Very unhealthy love. That's not even love. That's ownership of you. No one should own you. Not even your fear. Start to really just breathe and allow your insecurities to be let go of. Allow it. Just let it happen. Let it eventually just fade away, right? That's a video. No, no, no. Sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. Hold on. I want to change the background so it's easier to see. Maybe this. Yeah. Maybe this. Ooh, it moves. Bitch. High tech, eh? What about blue? Okay. I don't like that. What about this one? Oh shit. Vertigo. I don't like that either. That'll make me feel hella sick. Let's go back to the first one. This is perfectly fine. Just enough movement. Just enough movement. I like this. Oh my god, I'm so glad I transferred over to this platform instead. Ooh, love it. Okay, let's carry on. We need to finish up. All right. I'm told to read all of these upright. Okay. So, flow. It's time to flow with whatever it is that soul is encouraging you to do. You need to go with the flow, okay? Um I'm being told to also tell you guys that this particular deck, I don't know what this deck is, but this particular deck is instructions from soul on how to healthily carry forward through whatever drama, trauma stuff that you've been dealing with, okay? So you have to flow. And as you flow, more room will be created for you to breathe deeply, to replenish your space and your cells. You have to listen to your body. For many of us, the people we should not be around, the people who are the most unhealthy for us, makes our body feel some type of weird way, right? Like my stalker, I feel like I want to vomit anytime the topic of Swiss cheese Satan comes up. I just, you know what I'm saying? Ew. Ew. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. Give back. Give back all the trauma that someone is trying to give you. Give back all the drama that someone is trying to start. What do I mean by give back? Retaliate? No. Give them back their words. Don't allow their words to act like seeds that are being planted in your space. No. No. Give it back. No, thank you. I'm intentionally cultivating my garden, and I'm sorry, that's not something that's part of what I want in my garden, right? Reliable. Now, some of you are going to feel very called out by this. That's because I'm calling you out. You're reliable for everyone but yourself. Tell me where I lied. Mhm. Tell me where I lied. You have made it a habit of being reliable for everyone except yourself. Why? Because you don't want to be a burden to others? Why? Tell me why. Why do you settle for less than what you deserve? Why? You know, for most of my life, um, it kind of sucks to admit this. For most of my life, I've been painfully aware of my social awkwardness, my intensity, um, my quirks. And I have been very painfully aware of how difficult it is for neurotypical people to tolerate me and be in the same space as me. Um, and so it's been this thing of I don't even tell people when my birthday is because I don't want it to be confirmed. Yeah. So up until maybe like my last birthday, or maybe the birthday before that, I don't even remember. Um, I think it might have been last year. I like totally don't want to announce that it's going to be my birthday because, again, it's that fear of, if I know that people know that it's my birthday and they don't, I guess you could say, have the appropriate level of celebration energy, like, "Yay, it's your birthday, happy birthday." You don't have to get me anything. Then that will confirm to me all of these things that I felt my whole life, right? And then I came to a realization, I don't know if it was last year or the year before. It was this thing of, why would I take from the people that have helped me heal so much and have loved me so unconditionally, regardless of my attitude and my behaviors? Why would I withhold from you the opportunity to celebrate something with me? So it doesn't matter anymore if people hold enough or an appropriate amount of celebration energy. Like, my family always celebrates me every year. That's absolutely more than enough. And if I'm really going to love you guys in the way that I say, then I have to love you the way I love my family, which is not withholding from you opportunities to celebrate with me, not to celebrate me, but to celebrate with me, to share in some degree of happiness and fun and whatever it is, right? So it's time for us to no longer identify as the wound, to no longer let that wound be the very thing that we think is how everyone sees us. The truth is this: as psychic as my ass is, I have no idea how you see me. I just know that enough of you have shown me such unconditional love that I can't question it anymore without flat out disrespecting you and the ways in which you've loved me, right? I still don't know how people see me. Do I need to know? No, I just need to accept when people share with me the way they see me, the effect that I have on them, if they want to share that at all. This is about really taking your power back from your fear, from your insecurities, and allowing your fear and insecurities to just exist as they are, unbothered, untouched, not fed by any of your energy. I love that amazing process. Let's all celebrate how magical we all are on a daily. Yep, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that, where we can just let ourselves find reasons to be happy on a daily basis. Thank you, Kim. Um, so you need to become reliable for yourself. Okay. We have been so reliable for other people, not for ourselves. That needs to change. Wrapped in good loving is what you deserve. That good loving doesn't always have to come from someone else. Oftentimes, that good loving is even more potent when it comes directly from you to you, right? You need to have compassion for yourself as you go through this process. You're in a process of shedding. Would the snake be healthy if, as it shed its skin as evidence of its growth, it shamed itself, called itself ugly, called itself disgusting, identified the very process that is evidence of its growth as nothing but evidence of its ugliness and undeservingness? Once upon a time, snakes represented wisdom, not betrayal or sin. Yeah. So if you're in a process of shedding, focus on the fact that this is evidence of you growing beyond the space of trauma that you've lived in. Okay. Growth. Exactly. Growth. Ooh, the trauma I held on to didn't give me permission or room to rely on myself, telling myself lies that I didn't deserve my own love, that it was for everyone else. Truth is, we all deserve our own love. Billy, would you like to be a guest speaker for a self love program, a completely free self love program that we're going to run through Soulwork Synergistics, the church? Email me, okay? If that's something, I don't want to put you on the spot. I just did, but you don't have to answer that. You can tell me privately. So I definitely want to have speakers from our community come and speak to those who want to be part of, church events, their virtual events, no cost. As long as we have volunteers to speak, there's no cost. And you can speak about your journey. You can speak about the ways you were able to find to empower yourself. If you guys have been through um, different types of things that you think that you feel strongly would be beneficial to other members of the community, you have skills or whatever it is that you'd like to share. Maybe you're an amazing gardener, you grow all your food. Maybe um, you know how to repair things, right? You know how to do simple repairs for the home, just things that will empower people. As the economy continues to go in the way that it's going, and these wicked ass motherfuckers that we call government continue to do their bullshit. More and more of us have less of a budget to hire professionals to fix things around the house, maybe broken toilet, maybe, you know what I mean? You have that skill, you know what to do if a toilet is doing this or that. Email me. I would love, love, love to be able to have those of us who have knowledge, have training to address our own personal circumstance, to be able to speak in front of our community and share that knowledge so that we can become empowered through sharing of knowledge. If you're into herbs, you know a lot about herbs, email me. It doesn't matter what the skill is. Email me. Let me know. Hey, I'd like to be considered to speak in front of our community. It's not going to be here on YouTube. It's a private platform so that we're unbothered by anything else. It'll be a private platform, and I'm not going to be dictating anything. You just share with me what you want to share, and we'll start scheduling things and seeing where it goes from there. It's time that you, as someone who has cultivated skills, see the kind of impact you can have on our community too. There is still a huge part of me, meaning like 80 something percent of me, does not understand. I don't know that I ever will. I'm being very just honest right now. I don't know that I will ever fully understand beyond my level of understanding whatever gravity I hold for you. I don't know. I don't know. I have these thoughts, I have these opinions. I see life in a certain way, and that's my norm. And to me, it doesn't carry some type of gravity to it. It's just soul tells me to share, so I share, and then hopefully it helps you in some way. I don't know how it would, but hopefully it helps you to consider, I don't know, certain things that maybe you didn't consider before. I don't even know what your circumstance is. But I've had enough people tell me that I have had some sort of profound impact that, again, I don't get. That, I mean, I don't think everyone's lying. I used to think like, "Oh, you're just trying to be nice. You feel bad for me right now, don't you?" Gotcha. Thank you for being nice. That it's asshole-ish. But that's how I used to see things. Like, you tell me something nice about me, you compliment me, I'm like, "Oh, I'm sure you're just so sweet. I'm sure you compliment everyone." That's so rude. But I couldn't receive any compliments. I couldn't allow myself to. But because I've allowed myself to be as present as I've been in exchange for my time and my effort, all of you have given me some form of validation at one point or another. And just because I receive the validation does not mean I know what's being validated. I just know there's so much more to me and this community that I am currently understanding. There's so much more, right? It's time for us to be wrapped in good loving, in very, very, very good loving. Mindy and Ocean Soul. Mindy, I'm sure you would have gotten through the last 6 months regardless. I feel your strength. You don't often see it, but I feel it from you. That's why I'm drawn to you. You have a strength within you that's very understated externally. You don't have to show it externally all the time, right? And all of you cross my path at a point where I guess I need validation. This is how I see it. I guess I need validation about my ability to help, um, my ability to maybe help you gain further clarity on something. And so I see you and your circumstance as a beautiful gift to me and my understanding of myself. So I know some of you think like, oh, Emmy, you just do so much for everyone. It's an equal exchange. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's an equal exchange. You help me and grow me and empower me as much and as potently as I do you. Okay. So it's time. It's time for us to step forward in such a way that we need to. We need to. We need to let others witness us. And it can be in a very controlled space where it's our community, not just thrust out into the public. Email me, you guys. Contact@emmyevolving.com. Contact@emmyevolving.com. Let's do this together. Let's get this started. We need to. We're out of time. We don't have the luxury of dragging our feet anymore. We are out of time. We need to be wrapped in good loving because that is what we deserve. It is what we need right now as individuals and as a collective community. Okay. We need to allow ourselves to receive healing. Sometimes the way you heal is by helping others. Sometimes the way you heal is by allowing yourself to help others so that they can help you to see how needed you are. That's not selfish. Okay. That's not selfish. That's about you recognizing what process you're in. It's time to release, release, release. Let go of all of these things that have just really been like, oh, one fear and insecurity after another, after another, after another. Okay. You need to allow it to be. Um, Let us see. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. I love this. I love this. So this deck, I don't know what deck it is, but this deck is being used by Soul to communicate how these efforts will play out for us as individuals, as well as for our community. By the way, do you guys like seeing the comments on the side? Does it give better perspective? Hey, you can grab it. It's okay. My people know I'm easily distracted. Y'all already know. This is stay-at-home mom stuff. Thank you. Oh, it's okay. Thank you. Love you too. And put it on a higher um intensity and make sure your skin is as exposed as possible. All right. So Alchemy. Alchemy. As soon as you stop participating in the same programs that have kept you in this space, you create alchemical change for yourself. Once your consciousness is expanded beyond a certain degree, um, what ends up happening is you can't shrink back down to what you were before, right? Okay. All right. I listen to you guys. um, our perception of ourself and our proper place within our local environment and within our virtual community is being stretched. Once it's stretched beyond a certain degree, you cannot and will not shrink back down to your original dimensions of limited existence. And this is what soul is trying to get you to do, allow you to stretch so that you can get to the next part. It's important for you to see the patterns, right? As soon as you create that alchemical change or allow for that alchemical change, you'll begin to readily identify the patterns that cause you to revert back to the same spaces of limited existence, same spaces of self betrayal, self sabotage, all of that, right? So there's no revolution that's going to take place externally. You go through all of this, you will change internally. And however much you embrace the internal changes is to what degree those internal changes will be projected out into your environment and create a cascade and reverberation of change in your tangible external life, right? You're going to be the source of the change. You're going to be the epicenter. This is going to create balance, the type of balance that you need, not balance in the way that people tell you you need to balance. They don't look like they are standing at the same degree of tilt, yet they are balanced. Your components, other people cannot determine for you how much and at what positioning each component needs to be tilted. That is an internal job. It is only for you to decide. There will probably be people in your life, people you come across, or maybe here in our community, where you'll have opportunities to see that, oh, you know what? I think that needs to be recalibrated a little bit. That's what was making me feel unbalanced. Yeah, that's powerful. That's very, very powerful. You need to remain consistent in your efforts. As long as you remain consistent, you will see that for every dark night, there's always a beautiful sunrise that follows. You just have to get through the night. For every dark night, there is always a beautiful sunrise that follows. Always. That's just the way of life. Magnetism. For most of us, we're operating at a lower frequency, and that's causing us to have more of a magnetic type of energy. It's bringing to you the types of experiences that you need to help you better understand the gravity of your power and authority over yourself and your life. So, for now, until you are ready to go ahead and consciously create, your soul has you calibrated in a very specific way. That calibration will bring to you the types of people, the types of experiences, the types of environments, all of those different things that you need to further ripen your understanding of how powerful you are over your own life, not over anyone else's, only over your life. Okay. Perception. There's a lot of things that we need to perceive but don't. There's a lot of aspects of our current level of perception that's actually creating more distortions than is necessary. So those things need to be looked at, they need to be addressed. And you need to see this as an opportunity to fine tune your understanding of yourself and your life so that you can better receive at a much deeper level that good loving that you deserve to be wrapped with. Okay? Don't receive this as an opportunity to confirm for yourself how you are not advanced, you didn't learn anything, you're so behind, and all these other cockamamie ideas we have about where we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be, what we should have accomplished by now. None of us have any idea of what we should have accomplished by now. None of us do. You accomplish things when you are ready, when you are properly prepared, when you embody the appropriate level of maturity for whatever that is. It doesn't matter what you think you're mature enough for or how mature you think you are. Soul knows the reality of what you are ready for. And it will give you the experiences as is appropriate for your level of readiness. Now is not the time to be impatient with yourself and your process. It's just not. It's not the time to be in a space of attacking yourself and making yourself feel bad. And there's enough people in this world to do that for you. Don't be one of them. Don't be one of them. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to have everything figured out. Don't be one of them, though. Okay? Give yourself some grace. You are so good at being full of grace for others, overlooking things, making excuses for others, blaming yourself for the benefit of others. Technically, this is what Michael says, okay? Technically, you are one of the others because you don't even know who you are. So start treating yourself like the other. If you don't even know yourself, you're like a stranger to yourself and you can be kind to strangers, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. I think that's what you need the most right now. Not for other people to be kind to you. I think what we all need the most is for us to be kinder to ourselves. But if you can't manage to do that for now, then at the very least, let other people be kind to you. Let other people provide for you what they are comfortable with offering you. Someone offering something is not the same as you asking or demanding. I don't even want to say asking. It's not the same as you demanding they do this or that or give you this or that, right? It's not the same. It's just not the same. So when people offer, you can say, and this is what helped me begin to accept what other people offer. This makes me so uncomfortable. Are you sure? You can say no. It's okay. It makes me super uncomfortable to receive this from you. I feel like I'm asking for too much. And I'm working through it, but I'm struggling with this right now. And it's helped me because it's given me the opportunity to let the other person know I don't ever want to take advantage of you. And I don't know enough yet whether or not I am. And so I need you to guide me through this. I need reassurance that this isn't too much for you to give me because I'm not accustomed to receiving. And that helped me a lot. I still struggle through it. I still need to work through a lot of these different traumas and whatnot. But allowing myself to be honest in that way with the people who are genuine in their love for me, their desire to help with no strings attached, it's brought me a very long way. It has. There's still a very, very, very long way to go, but at least I'm seeing evidence of progression. That's all we can ask for. To be reassured that we're actually making some type of measurable progress, right? Back in 2020, It always makes me cry thinking about this. I'm trying to remain neutral. Back in 2020, that's when my brother was diagnosed with basically terminal heart failure, right? And I had maybe the course of a week or so from the time I found out to the time I began to realize, like, oh my God, I'm going to need to help him because there's a lot of like craziness. Like, he can't do this by himself. He is hyper independent, but this is something like you can't do this by yourself. And then I realized I couldn't do it by myself either. And that realization was a gift in itself. It was a gift because then it forced me to enter into a space of being quite possibly the most vulnerable I've ever allowed myself to be with our community. Because I'm known for helping others, but I never ask people for help because it's uncomfortable for me. I figure, just give me enough time, I'll make it happen for myself. I don't want to be a burden to anyone else. Right. But he was dying. That was my understanding. He was dying. I didn't have the luxury of give me enough time, I can make it happen. And so I started a GoFundMe for him because the hospital told me that the medicine, the IV medication that he needed on a constant pump was not going to be covered by state insurance. I think if I remember right, it's like $700 or $800 per IV bag. And it would be changed about 3 times a week, if I remember right. That's $2,400 a week that I would be paying. I was like, and I didn't want to tell him. Because if I told him, he doesn't let people help him. I knew that if I told him, he would block my number and opt to go to hospice and die. Yeah. And I knew I did not have enough to pay $2,000 a week, knowing that he could potentially be on that for a year. So I started a GoFundMe. And I didn't think anyone would be interested in helping. Because that was like my biggest insecurity, letting other people know that I have a need and having everyone throw that in my face. I come from a space of trauma. Do you know why my brain functions the way it does and I'm able to figure things out very quickly, very efficiently? I can teach myself anything. Do you know why? From kindergarten all the way through high school, I didn't have anyone to help me with homework. And there was an expectation of me to get straight A's and an implied threat of what would happen if I didn't. So I learned, even with learning disabilities, how to teach myself how to be efficient in my learning, how to not rely on anyone, not even the teacher, how to excel beyond any limitations, beyond any disabilities, how to excel just so I don't inconvenience anyone. It was very difficult to come to our community and be like, guys, this is what's happening. And it's a bad situation. But boy, oh boy, stepping out of my comfort zone and deep into a space of extreme vulnerability. Wow. Not only did all of y'all prove me wrong, in the middle of everyone losing their jobs, our community, along with my brother's community, together, we raised about $23,000 in 24 hours, I want to say. Yep. All of it went to him as promised. Went to housing, it went to medical equipment, it went to prescriptions, um, mobility scooter, just all the basics that he needs. All of that. The most powerful part was being able to see how ridiculous I can be sometimes by observing the similarities between my brother and I. Yeah, it's the same brother, Mindy. So when I told him about the amount that was raised via GoFundMe in 24 hours, I texted him. I told him. I sent a screenshot and I texted him because I was crying. And he immediately called me. And I could tell he was crying too. And he said, give it all back. He said, give it all back. He said, that's too much. That's too much. People are struggling right now. We're in the middle of COVID. Everything's locked down. People don't have money like this to play around like this. Give it all back. He was aware of what I was raising it for. He didn't know the cost of his care, but he was aware what I was raising the funds for. He was aware that that was to keep him alive. And I reminded him. I was like, we need this for your medication. It's for your IV pump. And he goes, we'll figure out a different way. Maybe I'll be fine if they take away the medicine. And I was like, you're not going to be fine, dude. You're not going to be fine. Your doctor said you have 3 days maximum to live without the IV pump. With the IV pump, they're guesstimating 3 weeks. Like, we can't give this money back. Sometimes you have to experience things in such a way where you see the people who matter so much to you being a reflection of how ridiculous your behavior is when it comes to your fear, your insecurity, when it comes to receiving. Like, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. There was nothing honorable about that. It was ridiculous because the way you guys see me for our community and the way I help people, he does the same exact thing for other people. And just like I could be absolutely dickish and asshole-ish, he absolutely can be as well. But it's this thing of we are such powerful mirrors of each other that it becomes undeniable witnessing the way I behave and shut off my ability to receive when I need it the most. I mean, yeah. It's one of those things, guys. Within our community, we're all mirrors of each other in some way. There are so many of us who struggle to receive, who struggle to even let anyone know that we need help, despite the fact that we are surrounded as a community. We are surrounded by people who are reflections of our goodness, our compassion, our generosity. But we'd never ask, right? We'd never ask. Maybe it's time not to ask people for certain things, specific things, but to allow yourself to simply leave your hand open, not as a beggar, not as a beggar, not as a pity party, but leave your hand open, relaxed, and allow soul to gift you with what you need the most. Sometimes it's just a kind word. Sometimes it's so much more than that. All the time, it's a gift from soul. The people who cross your path and love you in the way you deserve, the way you need, the way you're so afraid to ask for, those are the people who are a gift from soul. And you have to allow them to be the gift that they are. I still remember I was in tears, and my husband was trying to console me and trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Why are you crying? This was before my brother called me. And I was like, this is too much money. Because I had people who were struggling and they felt so heartbroken that all they could send was $5 because their account is already overdrawn, but they're reaching out to let me know, Emmy, I get paid on Friday. That's just 2 more days. I can give you more than, and I'm like, how the fuck are you going to eat? Stop sending me stuff. How are you going to eat until payday? And it took my husband literally like, don't you dare. Don't you dare. And he had to explain to me that all the people who gave, regardless of the amount, are the people who feel so indebted because of the ways I've helped them, even if I don't know what I've done. And they're so willing and so eager to give and help because they probably already know that I would never ask again. And this is the only way, the only opportunity that they could see to express the depth of gratitude they had for something that I might have done without knowing the effect it would have. And of course, that made me feel worse because it's like, oh my God, am I making them think that they owe me because I don't do things? with an expectation of you needing to return the favor. You don't owe me anything. I mean that so wholeheartedly. I do things because my heart tells me to. And I pretty much never keep track. Over the years, people have come to me and have told me, you did this, this, and this for me. I'm like, I did? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh, well, is everything better now? And they're like, you have no idea how much you helped. And I'm like, well, I mean, I knew you needed help, so I helped. It's not a big deal because it's not. But apparently it is. And for many of us, we don't understand how big of a deal we are for someone else's journey. You and I are not very different. That's why you resonate with me. I'm a reflection of the parts of you you're too afraid to show the world. The only main difference between you and I is that I have a dickhead of an angel forcing me to go live and then telling me, are you sure? If I refuse to. That's the difference. If I felt like I had an option, I probably would continue to hide myself. Could you imagine how much longer you would have had to wait to gain the clarity about yourself that you've needed had I continued to hide? You carry the same weight and gravity for someone else. You have that same effect on other people. You just don't realize it yet because you've never given yourself the opportunity to be properly witnessed in your most authentic state. And that's probably why your soul wants you wrapped in good loving. Not only because it's what you deserve, but because it's the start of the process of you wrapping others too. Oh, thank you, Sandy. And now, for the most part, for the most part, I don't even mind going live. As a matter of fact, times where I'm all caught up in my own internal process and I go quiet for even a few days, my husband, who pretty much never tells me what to do, he'll be so quick to be like, hey, you better let our people know. You better let our people know you're okay. A lot of people are worried about you at this point. They haven't heard from you in a few days. You better let people know. Make a post. Let them know you're okay before they start emailing asking if something wrong happened. Right? Right? I mean, even he knows. Time shared with you is very healthy for me. Very, very healthy for me in my processes, whatever stages I'm in within a specific process. Some of the most efficient ways to get me out of a thought loop is to encourage me to share space with all of you. It's a profound effect you have on me. I know, when I got sick, man, that was me not listening to my needs. I was reverting back into unhealthy dynamics, right? I was reverting back into unhealthy dynamics. And soul had told me, and I refused to slow down because I was trying to avoid things. The best, most efficient excuse for avoiding was to be busy with soul work, right? And so soul said, all right, sit her ass down, put her on mute. And I was totally like, mute? Fuck that. I'm going to whisper. Mute is nothing but a whisper. And so I whispered. Learn to accept that you don't know your value yet. Learn to accept that your value directly affects the health and well being of others. And therefore, it's time for you to begin allowing yourself to receive that healing love from others so that you can take your rightful place. It's time for all of us to, right? It's time for all of us to, because we're all reflections of each other. In the next 6 to 12 months, I don't want to say that. Ah! Caca! All right, I'll say it. I'll say it. Michael goes, are you sure? Motherfucker, I said I would. I said I would. Okay, calm down, Michaela. Calm down. Anyways, I will word it in a way that feels comfortable for me. Michael has commanded me to say. Okay, I get it. I get it. Fine. He says, if I say it in that way, it's not me making a declaration and I won't bring it into manifestation. Maybe because I don't really want to, but we'll go with it. We'll roll with it. I'm making a declaration. The last time he made me say some shit like this, all fucking hell broke loose in my life in order for that shit to come to fruition. So that's where my hesitation is. Okay? That's where it's rooted. But Michael is asking me to declare in the next 6 to 12 months, there is going to be shifts and changes that will cause a powerful alignment. And that alignment will be the very tsunami wave that puts me in the proper place I need to be. Visible and accessible in a way that can no longer be silenced or shadow banned. Visible and accessible in a way that gives me the opportunity to begin shifting the world. I mean, I'll do the work. I'll do the work. I will do a body competition as well. I will. I just need some time. I'm working on it. Let me show you guys a progress picture. Hold on. And then I'm going to go because I still need to go live on TikTok. let me not be as sour as I possibly can be. Right? Let me not. Okay, girlfriend? Please don't. Hold on. Let me just. Okay. Boom, bitches. I'm getting some delts. I got some buys and tries. Bitch, stop. Stop. I'm not even flexing. I'm just holding the cable. I swear to God, the lighting in that gym, as long as it's far enough away from the mirror, it's just crunkalicious. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know. Mm, mm. There's not much. It's not much. It just looks good in that mirror. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on my perception of my dimensions. I'm not thick. I'm somewhat slightly padded. It's, we working on it. We working on it. We working on it, okay? It's gonna be all good. But you guys, all seriousness, I hope this reading really helps you. Like really, really, really helps you to begin recalibrating the way you see yourself and what you deserve and what you agree to. You know, it's important. It's important. If you can do it for yourself, if you can create some type of progress for yourself, I know that would go a long way in helping me to find the courage to continue with progress for myself as well. It's a domino effect for all of us, right? So let's start making some goals and start doing some plans and just really like letting them come into play so that they can come to fruition. I think we all deserve that. And I think this is the start. This is the start. And let me tell you this reading came from a day that was not perfect, that was not supercharged with positivity and, all of that good stuff that we think we need to experience first before we can do what we need to do. No. Today started with a clear awareness of massive parasitic activity. I will go so far as to say demon fucking energy wafting everywhere. Doesn't matter what's happening around you. It doesn't matter other people's intentions. All that matters is what you are focused on and what you are willing to allow yourself to do with that energy to fuel your progress. It doesn't have to be the perfect environment, the perfect energy, the perfect opportunity. Make it into the environment that you need. Make that opportunity happen. Make that energy work for you. And then carry it forward. Carry it forward. Share it with others. Be infectious with the empowerment and the unfuckwithable nature of you. Let me tell you this. You know I love you. I don't love weak ass people. Oh, I said that. It was a dickish thing to say, but that's the truth. That's the truth. I don't hate weak ass people, but I don't fucks with weak ass people. That's just gonna irritate the shit out of me. Right? Yet here we are. You and I fucking with each other. You know what that means? I see the strength in you. And it's time you need to begin seeing it in yourself. It's time. Okay? You're not weak. It's time. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it. That's me wiping the table, wiping away all of the bullshit doubts we have. I just wiped it away. I just wiped it away. Okay? You're nice and clean now. Guys, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I love our community. I love our community. Our community represents the potentiality of humanity. Understand your proper place in the grand design. Our community represents the potentiality of humanity. Let's make it a damn good potential. Damn good. Guys, have an amazing rest of your day. I'm heading over to TikTok to fuck with people. No, I'm joking. I am heading over to TikTok because Michael wants me to be a sheep herder and find more sheep. People gonna get sick of me on TikTok, and then TikTok's gonna fucking shadow ban me too. It's all good. It's all good. At least everyone misbehaves there, so that I don't feel as bad like slapping people with my words. You want to act a fool? I'll be your mom. All right. Love you guys. See you very soon. Join me on TikTok.